Good morning, YouTube. Quick question for you. Have you ever done something and then instantly been like, why haven't I been doing that my whole life? Well, that's kind of what the whole theme of today's vlog is things that I wish I did years ago to be far more successful today. So, first thing I should do is probably have a shower because I look pretty nasty right now. So let's do that. And then we'll get into the other things. Let's go. What is going on, guys? I'm looking substantially more clean. The hair is looking far less messy. And I'm about to start my day. But the first thing that I do before I start any day is I set out the tasks that I need to complete that day in order for it to be successful. Like I mentioned in previous, I don't like to block out hours of my day and say I gotta do this. Obviously there's sometimes with meetings and whatnot that I'll have to do it for a specific time, but otherwise I like to block out things that I need to do that day and then work whenever my mind's in the right state to achieve that task. So what I do is I usually actually do it the night before, but I do a note in my phone every day that's creatively labeled today. And what that is just tasks that I need to do that day in order for it to be successful. I usually outline it the day before and then crush all the tasks the next morning. So I got a few things to add here and then we're gonna get after the day and I'm gonna tell you some things that you should start doing now to be more productive tomorrow. So I'm gonna finish this and then we're gonna get after it. All right, that's it. All done, the list for today. It's gonna make me have a productive day. Let's get after it. Let's go to class. Peace. The weather has been so gross here in Canada lately. It's raining every damn day and it's super cold for October. And I'm a wimp when it comes to the cold, so I'm not happy right now. I'm not happy. I don't like the rain. Simply don't like it. Messes with your hair, everything's all wet. Today's one of those days. But let's turn it around, make it positive. Let's go to the first thing I wish I did years ago. So something I wish I started doing a long time ago was something that your teachers probably told you to do, your parents probably told you to do, but you probably still don't do it. And like I didn't either. I was so opposed to doing this. I hated it, but it's all because of the approach and the perspective you take when viewing it. And that thing is reading. Reading books like this and others, just reading, absorbing knowledge, just adding to your toolbox, something I say oftentimes. But why and how I got to this shift of actually reading because I want to, it comes down to this, is when someone positioned it like this to me, is that in a book, you can literally get an expert's lifelong accumulation of knowledge put in front of you for a few dollars that you can then consume and have all their experiences delivered to you. So when you understand that, coupled with the fact that you can find books on whatever you're into, that's another key factor, is you gotta be reading stuff you actually want to do. So I read books on business, things of that nature, stuff I'm actually genuinely interested in, so that you put the time into it and the information you're gaining is useful, it's applicable. That will shift how you view reading. Once you start reading things that you actually want to be reading, like for me, my parents always like, oh, read books like novels and whatnot. I don't care about that. For me, the entertainment value, I would way rather just watch a video, get that done in an hour or two, move on to the next thing. But in terms of information, educating myself, for me, the best medium of that is doing that through books. So find that for you, and I'm pretty confident you'll start to like learning and reading far more and do a lot more of it. So tip 1, I wish I started reading a long time ago. Start reading now. So I'm at the gym now, about to go in, get a quick pump. I would bring the camera in and get some footage, but my gym, like most, is really strict about cameras, which I don't get at all. Honestly, it's really stupid when you think about it, that everybody walking around there, listening to their music on their phone, has a camera that you can't tell when people are filming, but a camera is exclusively for video, so you would totally know if you're being filmed, isn't allowed. Doesn't make much sense to me, but that's just my rant for the day. So I was also just checking on my phone my stock portfolio, so that leads me into my next thing I wish I did earlier, and that's investing. So I'm no expert on investing, but I do have a buddy who's an expert on investing, and his name is Brandon Beavis. So he was nice enough to provide a video for you guys to give you some tips on how to start with investing. So let's cut to Brandon.
What is up, you guys? Brandon here from the Brandon Beavis Investing channel. Thank you, Benjamin, for having me on, and thank you guys at home for taking the time to watch this. Let me keep this short and sweet. The 3 things that I wish I did earlier as an investor. Number 1 is flat out start earlier. When it comes to investing, time is truly your most valuable asset. There's a reason why they have the saying, time is money. And the earlier you can get invested in the market, the earlier you can start putting money away, allowing that to grow and letting the power of compound interest work for you, the better you're gonna be in the long run. You'll be surprised at how much money you can make over time, even by investing small amounts. Moving on to the second thing that I wish I did earlier as an investor, and this is something that a lot of people struggle with throughout their entire investment careers, and that's finding a good source of information or a good source of research. Like I said, there are investors that will go years and years and years listening to poor advice, reading advice from forums, listening to people who don't know what they're doing, and their portfolios would reflect that. From as early of an age as possible, find someone that you believe knows what they're doing, they have a history to back that up, they're a credible source of information, and go off of that. A couple of great examples that I like to use are podcasts like The Motley Fool. Another great one here in Canada is called Canadian Couch Potato. Sources that know what they're doing, they have a history of being good investors. That's something that you want to do from an early age. Don't want to be following poor advice throughout your entire investing careers. Now, the third thing that I wish I knew earlier as an investor was to learn how to make mistakes. And as with anything that you're trying to learn, whether that's a hobby, whether that's a new skill, mistakes are part of the process. And especially when it comes to investing, that's the reality of it. You're going to make mistakes. And my piece of advice to you is to try to make those mistakes when you're younger and starting out. Experiment with things, try new strategies. That's all part of the learning curve. And it all starts from just going out and investing. Ideally, you want to make your mistakes while you're younger, while you have a smaller amount of money at risk, and by the time you've built up a sizable portfolio, you would have made these rookie mistakes, you'd be experienced, and you know exactly what to do. So guys, those are 3 things that I wish I had known earlier as an investor. Hopefully by sharing my experiences, that helps you out a little bit. I'll let you guys get back to the clip. Thanks, Ben, for having me on. I'll see you guys in another video.
So building off everything that Brandon just said, by the way, he's nearly at 5K at the time of filming this. So go subscribe to his channel now, get him to that 5K. He's dropping great knowledge over there all about investing, so he's trying to help you out. Go help him out. And just building off of what he said, something I wish I did earlier for myself personally was tax myself when I was in high school. And what I mean by that is I worked a part-time job for a good chunk of high school, and I did also different side hustles and stuff like that. What I wish I did was tax myself about 20% and start investing off that, because everything that I made in high school was strictly disposable income, as it is for many high school students, because their parents pay for their phone bill, and besides that, they don't have any other fixed expenses. So tax yourself that 20% and invest it in safe long-term stocks, because like Brandon said, your biggest asset with investing is time. So utilize that time now. It's never too early to start, and there's never too little of money to invest. So I wish I started that. I could have paid for my school debt. So learn from my mistake. Start investing now. Get your parents to tax you if you know you won't do it to yourself, and start investing. I'm gonna go to the gym. Peace. All done at the gym. I'm sweaty and nasty.
You're nasty.
Which I guess makes it a successful workout. But as mentioned before, check out Brandon's channel. It'll be linked down in the description box below. He drops steady videos giving you great investing advice, so check him out. He's a good guy, even better YouTuber. Let's get home and get to the last thing I wish I did a long time ago. Let's do it. All right, so I'm back home now to drop the last thing I wish I did a long time ago. And an update to Brandon's subscriber count. I just checked. He surpassed 5K. So congrats to him, but still go check him out and toss him a sub. You will not be disappointed. But building off of that, it's kind of connected to how I got in touch with Brandon and all that. Is the third thing that I wish I started doing a long time ago was utilizing social media to truly network. It's not as simple as following someone and they follow you back, but I mean actually building a rapport with someone and building a relationship that provides mutual value. For Brandon, what I did, how we met is actually I reached out to him, got him on my podcast, and then through there we became friends. He featured me on his channel, now I'm featuring him on mine. So stuff like that, just providing mutual value. And now I have a friend in Vancouver that I didn't have previous. So I do that as much as I can now, and something that I wish I started a long time ago, because social media, all of them are tools that we have at our disposal that are far underutilized. So many people just use them for a picture and then that's it. But there's so much more power there when you actually use it and view people as humans and not just profiles, and connect, outreach, just find the true value for all the parties involved and truly network with people. So that's my final tip. That's my final bit of advice. Click subscribe. You will not be disappointed. I'm gonna keep bringing you at least 3 videos a week as promised. And yeah, I appreciate you watching this one. You will see me again very, very soon. Check out Brandon's channel, link down below. You guys have a great day and incorporate these things into your daily life. Watch it improve. Keep killing it out there. Peace.